Never doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has.
For the first time in our history, we know that the foods we choose to eat are directly related to our physical health, to our mental health, even to our spirituality, our communion with the Creator. We know food choices correlate to longevity. And we know which food groups are healthiest for you and your children. We know how to select and prepare to prevent diabetes and to reverse heart disease. We know how to prevent and cure obesity. However, as we have shown in this video, even with our new life-giving, life-saving knowledge, we persist in feeding our kids foods that will compromise their entire time here on Earth. We enlist them in junk food addiction before they even reach the age of reasoning. We enlist them into our food addictions before they're even able to say that they do not want to be sick and die due to the narcotic effects of the food we feed them. We think it is a sin against nature to feed children foods not compatible with their physiology, not workable with their microbiome. We are the only species ever known in the course of history to do this. As a result, we are the only species to ever become obese. Our marvelous brain is self-regulating and tells us how much to eat or drink, but only when we eat natural foods. All other species eat evolutionary foods. Imagine feeding pizza to a horse. It is just as inappropriate to feed a human child a pizza. Everything in a pizza is unhealthy. Processed flour, oil, salt, cheese, and pepperoni. Everything in a hot dog is unhealthy. The World Health Organization says hot dogs and pepperoni carry the same cancer risk as cigarettes, asbestos, mustard gas, and silica dust. We cannot become obese eating whole plants. It was not our fault that we created and marketed pepperoni. Just as with cigarettes, we did not know the dangers. Now, we do. We know what makes our kids sick. Today, for the first time, we now know a new way to make our kids be all that they can be. Please, for the sake of our children and our Mother Earth, embrace natural, plant-based foods and drinks. Please.
I eat plants so I can be an all-weather outdoorsman for as long as possible. I want strong, happy, healthy kids and grandkids. I want to save our planet Earth. I want to save billions of animals from torture and murder.
Hi, Harv.
If only I had known then what I know now.
For nutrition early in life means inequality is baked into children's brains.
Nutrition has been called the single greatest environmental influence on babies in the womb and during infancy, and it remains essential throughout the first years of life.
Junk food, inflammatory food, causes lasting changes in the brain's reward circuiting, an alteration that triggers obesity. A junk food diet interferes with our natural preference for healthy foods. It's like a virus in your hard drive.
The key word, the key factor is virus. Addiction is a virus in our operating systems. This addiction virus can be alcohol, nicotine, opioids, or junk food. Addiction causes us to feel the action is good, even necessary. Addiction creates a strong desire to repeat. Even when our intellectual brain, the brain that sets us apart as humans, tells us we are doing wrong. We can look on as Blue Zone says adopting a plant-based diet will improve cognitive function and reverse some signs of aging. Broccoli makes our kids smarter and healthier. Yet how do we, as amateur epidemiologists, raise awareness for protecting our future generations from underperforming, sickness, and disease? How do we save their planet? Here's our approach. We created 2 video parodies to emphasize today's food paradox. We will show you scenes that you will think are inappropriate for children. Ironically, we routinely show you how they torture and murder fellow humans on Rambo. Yet we resist showing our children how they torture and murder our animals for unhealthy junk foods. We won't allow them to go behind the scenes where fast food is made, and we won't tell them that these poor animals come back from the dead. We dare not tell them tortured animal flesh creates dullness, disease, and early death. Fasten your seatbelts. Here's our version of the truth to raise awareness for the degrading health of our children and our planet.
Today, we have an interview with a Mr. Donald Trump. The subject is Mr. Trump's American foods. We were able to grab an interview with him on his lunch break, so come on. He has agreed to do a quick interview on his lunch break. We gave him a lapel mic so he would not look suspicious. One of our camera crew was able to film inside this morning. All the supervisors were in a staff meeting. We're going around back and hope we are not seen. We are committing a felony, one that carries a 5-year prison sentence. Thanks for allowing us to film you on your break. Is your name really Donald Trump?
Well, my first name's Donald, but they started calling me Trump at the factory.
We will stay here in the shadows and we won't use your real name nor this location. Did you know I am risking a felony and jail time by filming at one of these secret torture chambers? I could be labeled a terrorist.
Yeah, I know that.
We filmed your work this morning, and we have some questions. Are you okay with this?
Sure, yeah.
Our story here is about how pizza is made. It's factual, graphic, and very sad. We think it's important that our future generations understand the billions of animal sacrifices that are required to make pizza.
Sure, yeah.
Why are you doing this?
To make pepperoni for pizza for the kids.
Do you think pepperoni is good for kids?
No, I don't. Folks say it contributes to poor health, poor performance, obesity, and cancer.
Why this animal?
She's reached the end of her useful life to produce milk.
Why do you use a flame on her udders?
Sterilization, sanitation. It's just cheaper than washing by hands.
What do you do with the milk?
Make cheese for the pizza.
Do you think cheese is good for our kids?
No, not really. It leads to poor nutrition, poor performance, obesity, cancer, and addictive.
Sounds as bad as smoking.
Yeah, well, it can take 10 years off their life apparently, just like drinking and doing drugs.
Why are you killing the babies?
Well, the boss says this is how we make the cheapest milk.
Do you really enjoy this work?
Well, but I gotta raise the family somehow.
Do you feed your children pepperoni pizza?
Yeah, that's about the only thing I can get the kids to eat.
What if you fed more healthy food?
Well, they just walk away from the table and, they gotta eat something.
So your children set the family menu.
Yeah, it's just easier that way.
What about the animals?
Well, boss just says they're dumb beasts anyway, and I guess after a while you just don't care.
People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you!